the cat will be part of the read today. I'm sorry, he's comfortable. Rules of the house. His name is Mitsu. And he's a cheeky little guy. Anyway, he's comfortable, so he's gonna stay here. Today we are back at general thing. You have a full view of him. I would try to, ideally if he could like sit on the chair, that would be very lovely of you, Mitsu. Money and abundance reading. You know what, I'm gonna gently displace you. Come with me, baby. Here, nice on the chair. It's nice and warm. So I can have my stuff as I usually do. So, as I was saying, money and abundance. And since money and abundance is related to work, we are going to work with the 78 Stories Tarot, which is very modernized and very in tune with, you know, life situations and money and shit. Also, Cosmic Cycle, also very a more modern reimagining, but it also has work elements in it, so that will be a good companion, clarifying deck. Oracles will be what's blocking you, because there's usually a source of block in regards of money and, well, actually in most situations, but I think it's fitting. And when there's blockage, there is clarification. So we are having the clarifying life situations oracle. So, zoomy. Also, if you wonder why I am doing this in the intro, is because there is a lot, like I watch a fair bit of tarot online, and either they don't say the name of the deck, it's not linked anywhere. I have to use Google Lens search to like find something that looks like when I take a screenshot, or directly on YouTube, and it's tedious because some of us really want to grab the deck because the art is beautiful and it can be useful. So instead of having you, the curious watcher, go through the same misery and tedious thing that I go through, I'm giving you on a platter the information that you may want. I'm just making shit easier for you. So catch you in 2 seconds. Hello earth signs. How are you guys doing? How's the career front? We are gonna have a little money and abundance reading today. And let's see what's popping with you guys. Not shabby today. Have I called you out a little too hard in the previous reads? Because it's like all okay, maybe. But there is revival and renewal after a major ending of some sort. So there's that. But really, I feel like I clocked you out too hard and now you're like shut as a clam. For my earth signs. Nothing pops out. You're not chatty. So, earth signs, tell me what's poppin'. Oi. Oi. Jesus cracky fuck. Another overworked energy. But at least you are mastering something. Jesus cracky hell. This almost feels like old patterns returning. So, your current financial energy, you're reaping losses, you're focusing on losses. The loss of the Empress, the loss of a beautiful golden opportunity, someone nurturing, someone that could have given you literally like a new project, a new outlet, creative abundance. I mean, look at her table. This is, I'm not gonna say like influencer thing, but she has jewelry, she has perfume, she has her phone, she has her book, her tea, her cakes, her cat. She is plentiful, and you have lost that, or you are sulking in the loss of this either person or energy. So your current financial energy is, yikes, not good. For the Empress, or the loss. And on top of having lost it, you are now stressing over it, but you are holding on to something that you are juggling. Or is you holding on to things that you need to juggle and balance? Is that the cause of your stress? What are you juggling? Is it worth the juggling, the effort, the energy? Because it's putting you in both a stressful situation, in a situation where you perhaps need to count your money and hold on to pennies, and also focusing on what you have lost. I mean, that's that's a bit heavy. Money block, 5 of Swords, being played unfairly, malicious intent, and strength. So you are being very patient, very considerate, very patient, tender, even though you have been played unfairly. You are not stooping down at their level, and there can be the whole situation, can be another person. Also notice 5 and 5, so there's like a double repetition of change. 5 in numerologically being a card and a number of change. So you are trying to be the bigger, better person by being resilient, patient, understanding, calm, assertive, in charge, and not let the aftermath of having lost something get to you too hard or affect you too hard. And I'm saying too hard because you are human and things will affect you, but the way you decide to respond to outside stimuli will shape your landscape and your world and your emotional maturity. So there's something about the 5 of Swords for earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Ace of Swords, Page of Wands. So there will be new passionate communication, some semblance of good news coming your way, unless you are curious to explore new communication and new clarity regarding this 5 of Swords energy, especially. If that can bring a sense of clarity to the block itself, that is in itself good news. So be a little more assertive in asking questions and having that clarity in the situation. Root of the scarcity, it came out of nowhere with the Tower, and it destroyed your foundations, your comfort. The High Priestess. And you either knew that this would be coming or you didn't talk about it, because the High Priestess is literally your intuition. Can be also these tarot reads that I'm doing, which is honing in on the spiritual, energetic frequencies of things. But the root of the scarcity is that either you didn't pay attention or you didn't want to listen, and it came out of the left field and left you literally shaken. It broke down, complete destruction, obliteration, and now you are like, why didn't I listen to my gut feeling or my intuition or whatever? Something for air signs. Nine of Swords, and now you are having a progression from the Eight of Swords, stressing on the day, into the Nine of Swords, having sleepless nights and stressing in the night too. So now your whole first line is literally framed in stress and worries. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is a new creative spark, perhaps a new work offer, a new creative endeavor that might help you rebuild the tower on a more solid foundation. So listen to your intuition, maybe watch some more other tarot reads to see where you are at, what happened, and how you can repair whatever has been broken down, and how to, from this point, avoid scarcity situations in the future. How this affects your life, and again we have the Nine of Wands, being overworked, and it's stressful and it's heavy, although there is the Sun there to like bring some sense of light and happiness. The Sun, technically being a major arcana, should over trump the Nine of Wands, or could bring a light to the fact that you are holding on to something and it's exhausting. As in, you have way too much on your plate and you are fighting a lost battle. But if it makes you happy, or are you investing so much time and energy in this because it makes you happy? If it takes your mind off of the stress that we had prior, I would completely understand. But health-wise, it's not something I would advise or recommend. Something for the Nine of Wands. Can you get a little bit of assistance, perhaps? Oh, don't mind my dogs. There is a new emotional fulfillment possibility on the horizon. So maybe that's what the Sun is shining a light on, is that even if you are exhausted, tired, fatigued, overworked, something new will come, especially with the Ace of Wands and now the Ace of Cups. Something new that is more fulfilling emotionally, that you are more passionate about, that you are more driven to commit to. And so if you hold on just a little more, you will be able to transition into this new, more fulfilling, passionate project or work situation that is potentially on your way, or money-making means. What you need to change is how much work you take and how you proceed with the work. With the Eight of Coins, it's mastery. So, with the Seven of Swords is cheating. You need to commit to the work in a clear, honest, genuine way to reach mastery and put in the work to progress at a natural scale. No cheating, no deceiving, no lying, stealing, no cutting corners. Literally take the time that you need to perfect, to learn, to progress at a natural pace, so that you reach that goal in a natural, organic way, so that you can later still utilize those learned, acquired skills into new projects, which was a theme in maybe 2 reads ago for you, Earth signs, that you are collaborating in a project, but you were sneaking about it. So you can, on the side, if I see this in a positive light, you can, on the side, take the ideas or small resources from the teamwork and expand on that, so you can put in you yourself more work, more time, more effort to deepen your knowledge and your skill set, so that you can reinvest that into you and your project that makes you really happy and passionate and inspired, to bring that to a 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. But not in a sense that you are taking away resources and not giving back anything, and not investing what you have taken illicitly in a small fraction capacity to then grow it. It's like literally you have this whole big sack of seeds and you take a handful. It's not going to be noticed. But if you take like half the quantity of the bag of seeds, I mean, obviously that's theft. I mean, it's even more so noticeable theft than just like maybe a handbag, and you can then multiply that little fraction that doesn't have a real loss value to whoever the proprietor of that humongous quantity is. If I want to frame this in a somewhat nice way, although theft is not okay, but I mean, we all do it, so I'm not God, I'm not gonna judge you. Point is, if I go back to a previous read, you are in a team project, you have access to assets and knowledge and things. You can take a little bit of that to serve your own selfish purposes, to grow skills, skill sets, or knowledge or something, so that you can implement your own ideas with that knowledge and those skills and those assets that you have utilized with the team project. And I think that's pretty clear, so I'm not gonna clarify that section. Your wealth magnet, and at the moment your wealth magnet seems to be on break with 4 of Cups. You are not attracting what you want, so you feel dissatisfied, and you need to go back to your spiritual roots, your community, your guiding light, guiding people, outside sources that can give you counsel on how to appreciate what you have, to attract more and better of what you ultimately desire. But for that you need to be grateful for what you already have, otherwise the law of attraction doesn't work. And I think I had like a whole chat with air signs regarding that. So let me see. Whoa, again, when you want to yap, you want to yap. The Hermit, you are isolating yourself, you are counting on yourself to find the answers, but perhaps you might want to reconsider that and actually go for like higher sources of, and the Tower again. On one hand, going inwards to seek answers is very good. It's very self-reliance, proves you are strong enough to do it on your own and be successful and thriving and go forward. That's beautiful. But sometimes you may need to come back to society and ask for a community, all elder guiding resources or forces, and this can be books, forums, YouTube videos, if you don't have access to real humans in the capacity where you need them to just help you be put on the right path, from which you can go back to hermit mode and seek more on your own. But you need a bit more collaborative effort between you and outside guiding forces to appreciate what you have, to reverse the current state of your wealth magnet, to change the polarity so that you are actually attracting and not so much attracting the tower, the destruction, the dismantling of what you are trying to build. Because now we have the tower twice, back to back, one on top of, almost on top of the other, which, well, technically, yeah, but anyway, you don't want cataclysmic disruptions and breakage of things that you are trying to build, basically. Last bit, your next prosperity step, Queen of Cups. Someone that you love, someone that maybe loves you back. Three of Coins, collaboration with someone gentle, nurturing, soft, creative, inspired, intuitive, meek, very loving, caring, but more so at the energetic and emotional level than practical, like the Queen of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, one of your, typically your card, taking a slow, steady, measured step towards this collaboration. Anything else? And since I am drawn to this Seven of Swords, if you are taking a slow, measured step to a collaborative effort with this Queen of Cups energy, do it honestly, upfront, clear communication, and no Seven of Swords energy. Yikes. Ten of Swords. So definitely the end of a cycle. So does this belong to the past? As in, you have ended a collaboration with the Queen of Cups and now you are trying to get back into her good grace with this card? Or do you need to end this collaboration? What needs to end so that you can get back to it, so that you are on a steadier path to your next prosperity occasion? Is this like a creative endeavor? Is this work related? What do you need to end? In what capacity to go to be on your merry, stable, dependable, reliable, committed, slow, patient, determined way to get back to prosperity? Ideally, avoiding cheat and lying and thievery, so you are avoiding unnecessary tower situations in your life. And stress, obviously, if we can avoid stress, that's also helping you reverse the magnet's polarity, so you are attracting wealth and abundance instead of losing the little that you are building to try to rise and multiply. So, Earth signs, I'm gonna shuffle the oracle cards and let's see what are the final messages for you guys. And that was fast. Thank you for not dilly-dallying. Higher wisdom, Hierophant card. Explore options, learn what you can, and expand your horizon. Go back, get out of your head, your cave, your cavern, your whatever, and go seek the higher wisdom of the Hierophant, which can be, like I said, books, forums, YouTube videos, whatever is working for you, that will help you get a different perspective, a more attuned, refined perspective so that you can have a different avenue to explore in how you want to manage this new path towards prosperity. Earth signs, thank you for having lasted with me, and we are back tomorrow with shadow work, so brace yourselves. And no more shenanigans, no more Three of Swords, Knight of Cups thingy, please. Thank you for having been here, and I catch you tomorrow.